Hey everyone, and welcome back to the ATD Movie channel on YouTube. This is another installment of our series called You Know What's a Good Movie? We review older films that are related to each other in some way. A 6 degrees of separation kind of thing. Last time out, we reviewed Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. This time around, we're taking a look at one of my personal favorite films, the 2002 epic, The Count of Monte Cristo. Any idea what the connection is between them? Well, it's the legendary actor Richard Harris. He was the original Professor Dumbledore in the first 2 Harry Potter films, as well as the priest in The Count of Monte Cristo. Let's jump right into it. The Count of Monte Cristo is a retelling of the classic Alexander Dumas novel, the story of a man wrongfully imprisoned and his tale of revenge. The film was directed by Kevin Reynolds and starred Jim Caviezel, Guy Pearce, Dagmara Dominčík, and Luis Guzman. In my opinion, the best aspect of the film is its story. The story follows the common 3-act format. The first act introduces us to the 3 main characters. We see how they interact with one another and some of the nuances that hint at their personalities and character traits. This is all leading up to the second act, where Jim Caviezel, playing Edmond Dantes, is wrongfully imprisoned and the torture he has to endure. And of course, the third act is where our main character gets his sweet, sweet revenge on all those who wronged him. It would have been tempting to focus on the third act, where all the scandal and intrigue takes place, but the filmmakers didn't do that. The first act has a charm and subtlety to it that I felt was essential to the storytelling. And the second act is terrific too. We get to watch Dantes as he meets the priest and learns everything that he has to seek his revenge. He teaches him economics, literature, and most importantly, fencing. Such a compelling story was written all the way back in 1796. That's fascinating to me. With a great story comes some great characters and the actors that get to play them. The 3 leads are terrific. Dagmara Dominčík plays a fascinating woman. She is honest and innocent in some ways, but in others, she's manipulative and sneaky. I can't explain why she's manipulative without spoiling the film, but I will tell you this. To get to where she is by the end of the film, she had to do some things against her better judgment. Guy Pearce is fantastic as the jealous rich boy who has all the material things in the world, but lacks the happiness of the poor character Edmond Dantes. We, the audience, feel the character's jealousy and hate through Pearce's performance. And Jim Caviezel gives a riveting performance with a one-of-a-kind story arc. The film starts by showing us a shy, timid young man who's optimistic and hopeful, only to have him thrown into jail where he becomes cynical, suicidal, and filled with rage. Then, we get to see a smart, calculated, and precise man seeking his revenge. That kind of range can't be easy, and I think only a handful of actors could have pulled off this performance. The supporting cast is great too. Luis Guzman plays Edmond Dantes' trusted sidekick. The aforementioned Richard Harris plays the priest in one of his last roles before his death. J.B. Blanc plays a charismatic pirate who befriends Dantes. And future Superman himself, Henry Cavill, plays the son, Albert. These actors help to flesh out the world and add some diversity to the tone of the movie. Also worth pointing out is the film production design. In that, I mean the settings and the real-life locations in the movie that are just absolutely breathtaking. The stark contrast of the prison's exterior beauty in comparison to the horrors that take place on the inside is genius. Other settings in the film, such as France, Italy, and the Mediterranean, are not just beautiful to look at, but they help push the story along. And what about that mansion that Edmond Dantes buys when he creates the character of the Count of Monte Cristo? Specifically that money shot of him coming out of the hot air balloon as he makes his grand entrance to the gala at his house. I'd also like to quickly mention the score by Ed Sheeran, with memorable tracks for the training montage, and the invitation to the ball. It's reminiscent of movies from decades ago. Large, sweeping sounds from a well-played symphony. Since the film's release in 2002, the leads have gone on to much bigger projects. Notably, Guy Pearce joined the Marvel Cinematic Universe for Iron Man 3. And Jim Caviezel played Jesus Christ in Mel Gibson's The Passion of the Christ. I consistently find myself watching this movie as the years pass by. I share it with as many people that are willing to listen to me about it. The film stands at a respectable 73% on Rotten Tomatoes and took in $54 million on a modest budget of just $35 million. So, have you seen The Count of Monte Cristo? What do you think? Do you like it as much as we do? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to be notified of content uploaded regularly. You can also find previous installments of this series on the channel as well. And hey, you know what's a good movie? The Count of Monte Cristo. Thanks for watching, everyone.